Found a really good track back there, right on the road.
That's a freaking giant. Well, in an unbelievable turn of events, and what looks like that buck's track is in these guys' boot tracks. That's a dandy. So he's broke away from those other deer. He's feeding in these acorns. You can see all the tine marks. I need to find a bed. That way I can really tell.
Alright, day 2, December 4th. I found a really good track back there, right on the road. But it looks like somebody might have taken it. It kind of got run over. I'm not sure. So right where the track disappeared from the tire tracks, there's boot tracks going in the woods, but unless the buck turned 90 degrees and headed in the woods, which is possible, I don't know as if he took it. But where it was back, not even on public land yet. I don't know. He could easily walk onto posted land, so I passed that one by and looking for another one. Just passed the group of does were feeding in some acorns on the side of the road. Hopefully find a fresh one that's not frozen. The snow fell 36 hours ago, so it's gonna be pretty tough to stay on them today because it's such a high deer density area that it makes tracking tough. You would think it'd be easier because you find tracks, but when they get in with other deer, they're getting in with 4 or 5 other deer, and it's a mess. But hey, fresh snow. Oh, there's one right there. But yeah, that's the update. That was a really good buck, but no tracks on top of the tire tracks. I need that at least today. This road dead ends. If I don't cut a track from the road, I'm just gonna head in the woods. But there's a doe group back there. I never ended up filming it, but they had a bunch of fresh tracks right across the old tire tracks. I need to find that, but an antlered one. So many deer. You come to these areas after a snow and you see all these tracks and you wonder why you can't kill one on bare ground. There just seems to be so many. Like if 4 deer are feeding in one area and they're walking back and forth and crossing each other, in 20 minutes it becomes a complete mess. And that's just 4. Now if a couple days go by and 2 different deer groups come in that same area and feed, it's a certified nightmare. There's some tracks up here. Oh yeah.
That's a freaking giant. I don't know when this guy took that or looked at this track, but I don't know why you wouldn't take that. That's a great buck. Oh well, onward.
We got a little interesting turn of events here. If you watched my last video, I mentioned how I heard a shot to the north. So that's the area I'm in now. And I can see where somebody dragged a buck out. I hope it was a buck. And loaded it in the truck there. But I can see where there's two guys and their tracks go up this trail. So my plan, I want to find that big buck. I want to find his track fresh. So I'm kind of going in the direction his track went, in hopes to find him fresh. I'm gonna make some loops and try to locate him. But his track is about yesterday old, the track back there. If these guys happen to cut that track from this trail, then I'll know I don't have to look for him anymore because he's dead, essentially. So yeah, let's continue with my plan, and I might get some questions answered about him up here. We'll find out what happens. There's no wind right now. It's supposed to pick up pretty heavy this afternoon. Yeah, that's it. That's all.
Well, in an unbelievable turn of events, what looks like that buck's track is in these guys' boot tracks. I gotta set this gun down. I can't believe that. Not frozen. So here's their boot track. That's crazy. I bet that was made last night or early this morning or something. Hopefully it takes me 3 or 4 hours to catch up with him when the wind's picked up. That's a buck I'll track any day. It looks just like it's that size of the one that I found on the road. He's been walking in these guys' boot tracks down this hill. I mean, that's a dandy. Alright, here we go. Found a buck track. We crossed this brook. I'm already back to my truck, so I'll be able to feel how frozen it is on the other side. Like it's frozen, but it's not rock hard. And it was 18 degrees last night. I think this track's only a few hours old. So this is the trail they dragged that deer down. This is a really good buck. I'm gonna go pretty slow on it because I don't want to catch him until that wind picks up. Looks like a doe's following his track, just walking in it, but he walked around these two trees that are right together. Doesn't mean his antlers are that wide, but usually when bucks have like good antlers, big antlers, they like to bob and weave around stuff. So pretty good indication I can tell by his track he's a hammer of a buck. If he's not still 200 pounds, he was at one point. The first barnyard. I'm not even going to try to sort it. I'm going to take a big swing and see where he left. You can see tine marks where he was feeding. So they left that feeding area. There's a couple of smaller bucks walking in my buck's track. So if they stay in his track, I could run into them first and potentially end up shooting the wrong deer. But it's almost the end of rifle season, so I'm happy with any legal buck. I'm not too picky right now. So the more I follow this buck, further behind I think I actually am. There's sometimes where it seems fresh, but other times where you feel it and it's just complete solid ice. It's a tough temperature to age tracks, and I'm also not very good at it. That's one factor. It's like midday now, maybe like 11:30. I'm just gonna stay on him. There's a chance that wherever he's headed, he's still in that area, and I could very well catch him on his feet somewhere, or jump him out of a bed, and then I know I'm on a fresh track. So I mean, I know they were made after those people dragged that deer out yesterday. So 24 hours old, probably less than that, because I'm assuming he didn't walk through there in the daylight. I'm assuming it was last night. That's the update. Wind's picking up now. So I just came across this. He came up this way. But all these deer tracks are on top of his. And this one right here, that one's a similar size track. It's a nice buck. And it's going right on top of his tracks. So that could be him, a lot fresher. But either way, I'm going to switch to these. Looks like a few deer, but I don't know. They're a lot fresher than what I was on. So he's broke away from those other deer. He's feeding in these acorns. You can see all the tine marks. I think it's that. I'm pretty sure I'm still on that original buck. But again, the snow's coming out of the trees, so it's making it even harder to tell what's fresh or not. I need to find a bed. That way I can really tell how long he was in it, how frozen it is, not frozen, if there's any ice in it at all, because it's well above freezing now. It's got to be 35, 36 degrees. If there's any ice in it at all, I'm definitely way behind him. Just need him to bed. He hasn't bedded. He's been feeding though. I mean, he's feeding heavy right here. I imagine there's going to be a bed somewhere around here. We're right next to the road too. He's come all the way back down to, I'm hoping it's not that one that I saw across the road, but it's looking that way. Well, it wasn't the area I thought, but it is a set of tracks that I did pass on the way in. I remember seeing them right there. So now who knows how far behind that buck. At this point, probably better off to go still hunt somewhere maybe. I don't know. It's a tough thing to do. Well, I went back to my truck since I was fairly close to it. Got a drink and a couple bites of my sandwich there, and now I'm making a big loop. I haven't seen a track since I left the trail, but kind of hoping to get lucky at this point. It's almost 2 o'clock. There's enough deer in this area. You can kill one still hunting. Could pretty much happen at any time in any place. Yup. Onward. Look at that. It's snowing. I'll freshen up some tracks for tomorrow.
Alright, back to the truck. It's about 3 o'clock. Didn't see any deer. That's the way it goes. Be back at it again. I don't think I'm gonna hunt tomorrow. It's supposed to be 0 or below in the morning. I think I'm just gonna edit and work on the business and such. Yeah, probably be back out Saturday. I don't know. I might be in Vermont trying to fill my doe tag, but 2 days of rifle left over here. I'll probably finish it out over here. Anywho, that's the deal. That's it. That's all. Bye bye.